Let me explain you this how this form is working. And when I'm closing this time, it is not closing the Excel. Let me explain you why it is happening. So let me go to the Visual Basic window, and what you will realize that when I'm closing this form this time, it did not close, because if you look at this terminate which was earlier there, I had removed. So here it was saying that the moment user form gets terminated, close this Excel workbook and save changes equal to false. Because I have commented this, so that's the reason when I close this also it remained open, and it allows me to show you several things that how it is operating. So first of all, it has one sheet which is hidden, and let me now explain you what I am doing here. So essentially there are two forms. One form is this one which has these things, and if you look at, these are the text boxes and this is the combo box, and here the combo box is taking data. If you look at the data source, raw source, you'll find it is actually taking from year range. Year range is something that I actually have defined here. So if you select this whole thing, it is showing you year range, and that's why it will take value from here to here. Now look at something more. How I am passing this information to VBA. So actually if you look at, when you say that form name dot command name, and why I'm saying command name, because if you look at, I put command name as AMT. I put this command name as years. Note there is a S towards the end. This but as rate. And now look at how I'm using. I'm using amount dot value, rate dot value. If it is blank or is null or is numeric is false, is numeric false, then it should throw a result. And that's why when you make a wrong entry, it was giving you error message. I did this for amount and rate, but I did not do it for this another variable which is years. Can you think of why? Actually, if you look at, I did style equal to my style -2, and that's force that it will only take entry from what is possible, and that's why there is no possibility that you can go wrong. And actually when you click a button, close button, it takes those data, and it actually goes here in the K range, K to L, and it actually blanks out all these things. And then while running the program, it fills in these are the year, and these are the different values that you are getting, 100, 110, 100. So all these calculation it is putting here when it is doing these calculation in this area. Final amount equal to final amount into 1 plus rate by 100. And these are, it is putting one by one here. And if you look at, I'm saying output.text.caption like this. So that's how the caption got changed, that the final amount. And here is the format command due to which it removes the decimal part. I put sheet 1 visible equal to true. So if you look at this sheet which is hidden, I made it visible in the beginning, and after doing, so I'm selecting through the program, I'm changing the chart range. So if you look at what I did after that, I created actually two charts manually here, so actually if you look at, there are two charts. This chart I had created manually on this data set, and programmatically I'm only writing these values when I make a new entry, and programmatically I'm changing this. Programmatically like I'm changing the range of this. So essentially like when I'm putting 7, it is going to 7 like that. So that's how what you are learning, that how did I change the chart. So if you look at, I change the source of the data, and this I'm taking programmatically so that it always takes the correct data. Also if you look at, I'm changing the X value programmatically in the K range. So from L range it is selecting the values, and from the K range it is selecting the X axis. Here also it's just a program, it's just taking value from here, and max is just obviously this value minus This value is giving you interest, and that's how this is getting updated. Now intrinsically in the program, I am saving both the files in the same area. So wherever is this Excel loaded, in the same folder, I am saving the chart1 as temp1.gif and loading image1 as picture as this, this picture, temp1.gif. Similarly, and if you look at form 0 and form 1 I have defined, in form 1 I am saving chart 2, which is the pie chart, and then I am loading image 2 like that. And then work.2 I am selecting and then making visible equal to false. So sheet 1 is getting hidden. Also, I have put screen updating equal to false, why? So that when I'm changing this, that screen 1 getting, unhide and then changing the value and then getting hidden, this is not visible to anyone. So anyone will not see anything happening when I'm running it. When I'm initializing, the form is opening. At that time, I put option.text.caption equal to blank, and that's why you do not see out anything. And I put image.visible equal to false, image2 equal to visible equal to false. And look at what is happening. After loading that image, I am saying image1 equal to visible, true, and true. And that's why when both the image loads, it becomes visible. One more thing. When I wanted to present it to you, I wanted to give some pointers, and I didn't want to go to PowerPoint. So what I did, I saved the PowerPoint slide as image, and I just created an image option here. And in this image, I loaded that picture. So if you go to picture, you will realize that I have loaded a picture here, right? Bitmap. Actually, when you select it, gives you browse button by which you can change it. And in this button, when you go to my first.form, in this feature, I just said user form.1.show, which had just the image, so that I can show you which are the features that I'm explaining. So just to recap, here I'm showing you how did I capture the inaccuracy of the data. How did I assign? I took forms data, pass it to VBA variables. Then how did I clean the range? How did I calculate compound interest? How did I change the caption, which is now started showing visible, and change the format of the number so it doesn't show the decimal? Then how did I make the sheet visible, which is otherwise invisible? Change the charts range so that it reflects the new data. Then how did I save those charts, these two charts, as images? And then how did I programmatically loaded that as image 1 and image 2? And that's the reason, this whole program, if you look at, this is how it is operating. This actually, I had hidden, so that people can't see it. And the moment you open it, let me just show you how it is operating. The moment you open it, it started acting. So, and because in the open event of Excel, and this I think I have not shown you, but let me just show you again. What I had done here, this workbook, my first form.show, and that's the reason when you open it, it shows something like this. So essentially, if you run it, it is coming like this, and when you are making an entry, let's say, for 4 years, rate applicable 10, you calculate, it is doing those calculations, putting these values and updating these two charts. You can download all the Excels that I have talked so far from the link that is given in the resource area.